Hello, Bev. It's great to have you with us. We had a little technical challenge. It looks like right now it's you and me. Some of the people either missed the memo or something, but we're going to have a good time. Good to have you.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. It is a beautiful sunny morning here in Durham, North Carolina. I'm on my back deck, and I am excited about chatting with you.
Yeah. This is something I started with some people in Bangladesh, and then I thought, this is fun. Let's do a series, and it was what's great about Bangladesh, and I thought, well, I got to do my home area next, so that's what we're doing today. So for anyone, this will be recorded so people can see it later. So a lot of people have seen it, and then we are going to. I thought we'd pretend like the contact in Bangladesh is coming to America to visit. So it's like you and I are touring. So I'm gonna do a little share screen here for a minute and go over 1 second to you're seeing my screen. So this is me, and then this is Beverly, and you'll see more with that. She is just a powerhouse of broadcast consulting. Beverly, you got to just say you only can say one or two things because we'd have a whole hour describing your skills. So say something about you.
I am on a reinvention journey. I have done, just like you said, I've done just a little bit of everything. My background is in media, and I'm a communicator, and I love to communicate.
Excellent, excellent. So this is the the gentleman that was my first contact in Bangladesh, and we're going to imagine that he came to RDU Airport, and you and I are giving him a tour of the area. So I've kind of started with Raleigh, and then we'll kind of ad-lib going to Durham, and then we'll mention Chapel Hill, and then anything else we think of that's wonderful in the area. How's that sound?
That sounds perfect. I'm ready.
Excellent. So we're going to start our journey from RDU, and please, can you see my screen?
I can.
Excellent. So we'll start my journey, and now we're looking at, we're looking at RDU Airport Observation Deck. If you want to watch some planes, this is a place to take the kids. We've been honored to have them in some of our classes, social media classes, and so have you ever had a chance to go to this, Beverly?
Oh, yes, absolutely. When my daughter was small, that was a trip for us just to hang out at the observation deck because, as a young child, she was so excited to see the planes take off, and I was too. So, and I had never had that experience in any of the other states I lived in. So, yeah, this was quite a treat.
Yeah, so this is a place we take first just to see the planes and stuff, and then I thought we're going from in RDU. I'm going to take a journey down Glenwood Avenue, and the place, even though it's not open, that we have to at least go to is Angus Barn, and Angus Barn is kind of one of the showcase places there. In the Triangle area, and they are, if you're a meat lover, this is the place to go to. Beverly, you there? I hear some noise, so I just want to check you.
I am here. I have never been to Angus Barn. I have been telling my husband we need to go. We need a special occasion, but we have not been there yet.
Tell him Martin Brossman says he needs to take his wife on a date here.
Okay.
I
will.
Great guy. And so good. So that's just one of the many. We have many, many wonderful restaurants, and we're going to show businesses. We have there's no business connection to these. So next we're going down Glenwood Avenue, and I'm a big fan, and I think you are too, of local owned and operated coffee shops. We've got some great ones in the whole Triangle area. Really exciting to stop in and support a local business and a coffee shop. So I thought we'd begin by looking at New World because it's off Glenwood. Solo's right near my house, and then there's so many I can't mention them. So have you been to New World before?
No, I don't think I have been there.
Well, if you want,
it sounds familiar, but don't. Well, maybe I have. It's been a long time if I have. I just don't remember.
Absolutely. It has been around for a very long time, and there's, in fact, there's Jesse, another student that's in our class, requires people to write reviews, and so there's some photos of it and pictures. It's been in fact, that's one of my lunches there. So this is a wonderful little place. It has a Wi-Fi with birches. There's nothing to do with it there. And they have drip coffee right there. Real master connoisseur of things. Really, there's a lot of noise there. If you just want to pause for a minute, I think we're picking up. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, good. If you need to do something that you think might make extra noise, you can hover over and mute for a minute, but make sure to unmute you so we'll get you on it.
Okay, that sounds good. Let me go ahead and do that.
Okay, so but please chime in as we go. So this is just a quick, this one of the many coffee shops we have, wonderful places. We can't mention them all, but that's just one I'd love to see. And then, of course, I'm going to imagine, his nickname, I believe, is Munna. So I'm going to imagine I'm taking Munna back to change and stuff and get ready for other adventures. And I'm going to just briefly take him to one of our wonderful parks that are in the area. And the one nearest my house is Shelley Lake Park. And and there's just so many. And I've gotten to know the Raleigh Parks and Recreation, but Durham, Chapel Hill, all of them have these beautiful parks. You can walk around. This is nearest to my house, and just look it up on the web and check it out. We'll put some links on it, but literally it's a 2-mile circumference. Get a great walk, wonderful people. In fact, they even created a Facebook fan page for it. So that's one of the areas. Let's see if we get it. There we go. We have a few pictures here. You see it, and of course, with Google, you can add pictures that are added to Google. So these look like some of the ones I've taken, and then this is on the way to it. So we have these it's almost like, Beverly, some of these parks is like being in the mountains, right in the Triangle area, and that's what's to me so exciting. Of course, some winter shots, and once in a while we have a little extra water. But I love this picture of the father and son, where the water was so high they were going out just have some fun fishing in the lake, and that we have a boathouse there that raises up to accommodate. So this was one of our big storms, and it's an overflow area. I'm not sure I would recommend eating the fish, but I think they were just having a good time. And so this is some of the one of the many wonders of our area. From there, I know you've been to Crabtree Valley, right?
Every woman has been to Crabtree Valley. Absolutely, I have been to Crabtree Valley Mall.
Well, my heart was broken when Radio Shack was no longer there. So that was like, the wife would go shopping and I would Radio Shack. So luckily, there's some other good tech stores and some great guys that fixed one of my tablets that's in its place. But it is a fun place to go to. They have, let's go ahead, we'll click on their page to at least show it. They have, I think, there we go, Meet More. So they have all types of shops and things to go on here. This, and then of course we're not going to go to Cameron Village, but that's one of the oldest malls in the entire United States apparently. So that's a walk-around mall. So that's another one I would mention. Anything you want to add about Crabtree as we on our journey?
Well, I just think that Crabtree, in comparison to the malls that we have in Durham, just seems to be more upbeat. I don't know if it's the shops that they have there, but they also have little entertainment areas where, depending on what weekend it is, you might go in and see performances by someone. And the other thing too is that they have the little kiddie rides and a whole area that's cordoned off for children. So that is quite a treat to go to the mall because you can do so much more than shop.
Great. I want to have our other guests introduce themselves. Hello. Just say hi.
Hi, I'm Colleen. Boomerang Social. Love Raleigh.
Hello. Thanks. So great to have you guys all here. And what we're doing is we're imagining that my newer friend from Bangladesh has come to Raleigh, and we're giving him a tour. So just to catch up on the, where we are. So I'm going to continue, but I'll check back in. I'm going to do a share screen, and I don't have more than one computer on the journey, but I'll come back for us to pick up. And please pronounce your name. H-A-D. Hold it. Pronounce. Wait 1 second. We have a wonderful new guest here that mentioned.
It's Hadassah.
I'm sorry?
It's Hadassah.
Hadassah. Hadassah. Great to have you. Thanks so much. Wonderful. And so we'll be using, so other people know we'll be using a text chat here to include Hadassah. And she mentioned she is deaf, so I'm so excited to have her on the show. She just trusted me and joined us today. And Colleen, you want just anything you want to say as we continue our journey?
No, I'm sorry I was late. So that's I just was a little goofo there, and let's just keep on going.
Okay, sounds great. Yeah, I mentioned you were back from vacation, so you were coming in. So hang tight, we're going on our journey. So let me continue. So where we left off was Crabtree Valley Mall, and we have many beautiful malls in Raleigh. North Hills Mall is amazing. Cameron Village, I can't mention them all, but I'm going to pretend we're going on a journey here. The next place I want to mention is Glenwood South. Have you guys been to that? That's a lower area of Glenwood, and there's just really amazingly built up area of lower Glenwood. So, love any views or comments on it?
I don't, but I'm sorry, Colleen, I just kind of jumped in because I have not been to Glenwood South. I was only going to talk about North Hills. North Hills is simply amazing, and I went there for the first time just a few months ago. I was invited to have a meeting there with a friend, and I was like, oh my God, I never knew this place existed. It's just incredible, and you could walk around. It's like a little mini community. It's beautiful. So that's all I wanted to say about North Hills.
No, I want to say that too. It is I've been around long enough to know it before North Hills was created, and I thought it was kind of a ghost town, and they tore things down and built it back up, and it's like I'm from Washington D.C. It's like a little mini Georgetown. So that's the way I describe it. So I'm glad you added that. Anyone else?
Yeah, no, as far as Glenwood South, I've eaten lunch down there a couple of times, and it is a great place. I know it's a great place for young people and like nightclubs and stuff like that. And of course, I'm not in that generation, so I'm not visiting it frequently. But I have had lunch down in the area, and it has a lot of wonderful restaurants, whether it's afternoon or evening, and it's the only issue with Glenwood South is parking, of course, because it's downtown. But otherwise, it's a great place to go for lunch or dinner or anything else. They have a lot of great stuff there now.
Okay, food and entertainment. Let's hear some. Any comments on food and entertainment?
Yes, there's lots of great food at North Hills. We have Croquette Brasserie. We have the Q Shack, or Q Shack is there. There's lots of great food, that's both regional as well as gourmet food places to check out. You have spa stores that offer original and natural products that are great to look into, as well as King's North Hills, which is now it's really fantastic bowling alley as well as restaurant. The restaurant is just pretty incomparable. It's really great. Actually, we're having our WRA Voter Choice Awards party there tomorrow. So I would definitely recommend a visit to Kings North Hills, but just that entire area, something for everyone.
Wonderful, wonderful. That's great. That's great. Excellent, excellent. And that's right. That's across the street from North Hills. There's a bowling alley, a grocery store, and a friend of mine lives there too. So very good. Awesome. So we'll continue our journey from there. So hang tight. I'm switching over. So from there, let's see what I have on my list here. Then we go from off to a few Crabtree Valley, Glenwood South, and then Fayetteville Street Mall. Many of our towns are working to build up and rebuild the downtown areas, which is so exciting, including many of our smaller towns like Wake Forest and other areas. So there's really been some wonderful improvement and development in our downtown areas, and to walk around and see them. I'm a pleased member of the City Club Raleigh, and it overlooks it all. And so this is one of the. And then we have they've moved our fireworks on the 4th of July there. So I'll let anyone else want to chime in on that. This is something I'd really want to just walk with Munna and give them a view of the Raleigh downtown mall area.
Well, let me just chime in and say that ABC 11 is in the heart of Fayetteville Street. And the thing of it is when I worked there, the studio was being built at the time. And, whoever had the vision to place that studio right in the heart of Fayetteville Street was just incredible to me. And so now, they're like in the hub of it all. And I and I understand that there have been some additional improvements since I left there. The other interesting thing is that the courthouse is also on the Fayetteville Strip there as well. So if you have to go to court for whatever reason, you can take an opportunity and just explore that whole area while you're there, because there is really a lot to see. And it is, like Colleen said about North Hills, I think that's a great walking area because, it's a long strip.
Yeah, and the convention center is just like if you cut through just a block away, and you can get to all those little restaurants right at the end there by the hotel and stuff like that too, on Fayetteville Street. And sometimes they have the farmers market out in the summer, and different little markets stationed there, selling different, just different little things that they've made that people have made and stuff. So it can be a really neat place in the summer to walk around too.
And then we have the outdoor concerts that are available there. I'm so pleased. I'm an old Yes fan, and I got to see Yes, and now one of the players just passed away, so it was great memories of being there and seeing it. And then like you said, the state capitol is down there. We have plays that are available down there. And I'm just looking to see if they're showing any. You're right, the courthouse. And then we have our museums, the Natural History Museum. So we have our own wonderful museums there, as well as an IMAX theater not far from that area. And marbles, I just thought of, folks. Let's the marbles, and then I'll be back to include all of us. So let me come back to us, and I want to. Sorry for the little glint. And then, would you have a comment too? Food or eating there? Downtown.
There's plenty of great places to eat downtown. I would say Ashley Christensen, the restaurants there, Pool's Diner, Beasley's Honey and Chicken, Fox Liquor Bar, Jewel Coffee, the Raleigh Times. I mean, the list goes on, but there's all kinds of places. Mecca, for the old-fashioned Southern food. You know, it's a great stop for your mashed potatoes and meatloaf. You know, um, oh boy, you've got pretty much anything you can choose from. I would say also checking. Oh gosh, there's so many varieties. Um, breakfast time, morning times. I'm sorry. Uh, Empire, Empire Eat. It's pretty much everything there. So it just depends on whatever you're in the mood for, really.
Excellent, excellent. So we'll go back to our tour, and let me get here. And so we got North Carolina Museum, we've got the state capitol, we've got the convention center, and then along, and as we mentioned, all of this in the downtown Raleigh area. And all of our towns near here have really beautiful, revitalized downtown areas, and I'm so proud of what we've done. So this would be the tour I would want to take. And now from there, we're going to drive. I'm going to make sure to stop in on Big Boss Brewing Company. Now, this was one of the ones voted by the local guides for our next month event. Can you guys see this on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, if you can't see something, let me know, because I only see what I'm talking on. This is one of countless microbreweries in, I think, all the main cities we have. I know Durham has one. I think there's some in Chapel Hill. There's Raleigh. In fact, yeah, across our state. And they have these tasting rooms, and we're going to do a local guides tour of this one next month. So I would want to take, now, you know, Munna, I don't believe, I think he's Muslim. I don't believe he drinks, but I'd want to at least show him the place. Maybe we could get them to have an alcohol-free version. I've had some Arabic alcohol-free, and they were quite tasty in the future. But this is just a part of our culture here that is really adding to the economy. So I'm going to bring us back. Let me come back to us. And then we're going to head over to Durham, Beverly. And if you'd like, I'll drive and you tell me where to go. So just,
Okay.
you know what I mean? I'll do the screen and you tell me where should we're traveling over to visit Durham now.
Okay, so if you are going to Durham, the first place that I think you should stop would be Duke Gardens.
Duke Gardens.
Yes. Duke Gardens is by far the most beautiful, the most scenic, the most serene area to just walk through and just get into nature and to get into the beauty of the environment. I mean, it's connected to Duke University, of course, but it is just beautiful. There are weddings that are held there, you know, tours go on daily, and it's just an awesome place for you to go if you just want to commune with nature. So, you know, from time to time, I go there. It's like a spiritual journey for me personally, just because I just think that it offers everything that I would need in order to help me kind of reconnect on a, you know, on an environmental and a spiritual level. So Duke Gardens, that's the place to start.
That is wonderful. Can you guys see my screen?
It's you, Martin.
It's you, Martin.
Okay, we got to stop. That's not interesting. There we go. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm sharing the screen here. Okay, there we go. Let's go to Duke Gardens and do a little tour. So here's just some pictures from Google. We looked up Duke Gardens, and then we can see some photos that other people are doing. Have put up of the gardens. Pretty amazing. I mean, it's like being in a, you know, that we have so much beauty and greens right in this area.
And I will say this, you know, I'm not from Durham, or I'm not even from North Carolina, but when I moved here, you know, I was really fascinated with the story of the Duke family and just seeing, you know, how they took the monies that they made and they created, I mean, a city within a city, because not only is it, you know, Duke Gardens, but Duke University, I mean, the Duke Chapel alone is just phenomenal. So Duke University's campus just offers just so many things. And beyond that, when you start looking at how far Duke's money stretches, it even stretches to North Carolina Central University, and that's something that I did not know. But as I was doing my research on the Duke family, learned that many, many years ago there was some kind of secret agreement between the Duke family and the former chancellor, I believe the first chancellor of NCCU, to kind of give money to the university to kind of help them when it was a teacher's college. So as a thank you, be in Duke Hall in Durham. It's named after the Duke family. I don't know why it was named Duke Hall, but that's one of the connections. So one of the things that I would say if you're coming to Durham on your tour is to really check out everything that Duke is involved in and learn more about the Duke family history, because I think you'll be amazed.
That sounds great. And then where should we go next in Durham?
Okay, so, well, you know what? You talked about the Big Boss Brewery.
Yeah.
We've got the Full Steam Brewery here in Durham. And I went there not long ago. As a matter of fact, I met an old college friend of mine who just moved to the area, and he was a big beer drinker back in college, and so he wanted to find a place to go. So I suggested the Full Steam Brewery. They offer, I believe, 58 different kinds of beers, and the beauty too is that you get to sample, and they have just every kind of flavor. And what I like about Full Steam is that it is such an inviting environment. It's not one of those bars where people just kind of like, I don't know, the image of a bar to me is not always a good one. Mm-hmm. But this one has such a nice, friendly, intimate, inviting environment. So even though I wouldn't take my child there, I mean, it would be a place that it wouldn't be a bad place to take a young person, because it's just a nice place.
That's excellent. And yeah, I wanna add something about that too. These breweries are, this is, if you want to network with people that are accomplished in life, it's often there. One, the beer's too expensive for an alcoholic to show up at. You're getting one pint and you're enjoying it slowly. And so, I think if you had a problem with alcohol, it would not be the choice to feed the addiction. It's just amazingly how so many of these have made them a nice place to meet. Some have a little and chat and really a hub, because that's, of course, in Europe. Many years ago, this was the way you got clean water. Of course, they had less alcohol sometimes. There's a lot of history these guys are tuned into. We've got to go to food next. So let's go in Durham and food, and then we'll get in. Chime in from our expert on food next. So where should I go? Food?
Okay, so for food, oh my goodness. So let me see. There's a lot of places that you can go for food. Hadassah, do you know Durham well enough to know where to go?
Yeah. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to come back and in food. Would you talk about food in Durham?
Yes. Anything and everything you like, pretty much. Kind of downtown Durham is just really bursting and vibrant with food life right now. I would say, oh gosh, you've got EU Cafe, Dame's Chicken and Waffles,
Yeah.
Vin Rouge, Mateos. It's just, it just depends on what you like. I always tell people, I'll ask, what's your favorite this or that? I mean, if you love all of it, it's just a great place to be, because you have so many choices and so many options. Every culture, I think, is represented now. So there's all kinds of food to choose from. Foursquare, Sean Ingram's restaurant. You have Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Oh my God, Mom and Mars. Um, uh, just everybody. Yeah.
Now, let's see. Yeah. Let's see if we can look up a few. I'll go and look there.
Martin, go to BU Cafe.
BU Cafe.
Yeah, BEYU. And Hadassah mentioned BU Cafe. I've been there several times. As a matter of fact, my journalism association meets there for social events. It is the most intimate, just inviting for good conversation, great food. The owner is just like one of the hangout people. I mean, he just kind of like mingles around with the crowd. I mean, it is just a wonderful environment. They play jazz. There he is. They play jazz on Friday nights, and oh my God, some of the best unknown jazz artists around. And it is just a wonderful environment, and it's great, absolutely great for networking. I love that place. She also mentioned Dame's Chicken and Waffles.
Let's look them up.
Okay, I've been there too.
Right.
The one thing that I don't like about Dame's Chicken and Waffles is that there is always a line.
Okay.
You cannot, I mean, it's not like you, unless you get there right when they open the doors at 11 a.m., chances are whenever you get there, you are going to have to wait. The service for me, has been slow as well. But it's because, first of all, it's family run, and I think they're very particular about the employees that they hire. So the employee demand does not meet the customer demand.
Right.
But the food itself is absolute. When you wait, you are going to say, "Oh God, it was worth it." But I just don't like the wait. I'm not a real patient person, so I can't wait like that.
Understand. 135 reviews. Oh my gosh, boy, did you hit it. Was there any other that was mentioned? Well,
they've got this really cute place downtown called Monuts.
What? Spell it for me.
Monuts. And it's this little donut shop that they've opened down there. It is so, oh my God, it is so cute. And it's all the rave. And I've actually had some Monuts from there. And it's fabulous. I know this says 9th Street, but they've actually opened up one on, it's in downtown Durham. I want to say it's Parish Street, but it's in that downtown area.
Wonderful. So there's several. It looks like some of the fans have posted some pictures there. So this is kind of a donut and coffee place, right?
Yes, yes.
This is, again, you know, a lot of wonderful culture we have here in these little, like, donut coffee shops, whatever, all around the area. In fact, here's Carlos is one of the local guides in the he's a top reviewer in the area I just saw there. So how exciting. And, you know, you mentioned music. I don't know how to represent. We have unbelievably talented musicians.
Yes, yes. Well, you know, there's two places that come to mind. First of all, you can't go to Durham and not go to the Hayti Heritage Center, because the Hayti Heritage Center is the hub of where good Southern blues music got its roots in Durham.
Oh, my God.
Spell
it for me, Beverly. I want to not mess it up. I'll look it up for you.
Hayti.
There it is.
Yes. So the Durham Blues Festival came right out of the Hayti Heritage Center. So, you know, every year you get some of the top blues artists. B.B. King has been here. As a matter of fact, I got to see him, and I was like, wow, you know. So B.B. King has been here. There's another blues artist that I really like, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I've got to see some of those artists that have been nationally known just because of the Durham Blues Festival that comes from the Hayti. The Durham Performing Arts Center, DPAC.
DPAC, yes.
Yes. Oh my God. First of all, the last concert I saw there was the OJs.
Oh, you're kidding!
I did. I saw the OJs. and because they're from my hometown. So it was so exciting to be able to see them and be able to get to chat with them about Canton, Ohio, and Gladys Knight and the Pips are going to. Gladys Knight and the OJs are coming back in October.
Oh, you got to tell me. Maybe we can go to it.
Yes, yes. I'm trying to get some free tickets, so we can definitely work that out. And then, but yeah, DPAC is an absolutely awesome place to go for music, for entertainment. I think the Motown Review, the Motown Play is coming in 2016, I believe. But tickets are already sold out, so you can't get them.
I don't know them, but I also want to just say we have some amazing gospel singers in just some of the churches. Now, I don't know about Raleigh, but I've been to some in Durham, and I can't remember anywhere. You just go into a regular church, and it was like the most amazing gospel music you ever heard.
Absolutely. Union Baptist Church.
What is that?
Union Baptist Church in Durham.
Yeah, absolutely.
Produced Hezekiah Walker, John P. Key, and for those people who are really in tune to gospel music in the Black community, they will know those names. They are national recording artists. They've crossed over into, the crossover music as far as the type of music that will be played on, like R&B radio stations. They're incredible recording artists that came directly from that church.
That's incredible. That's excellent. So I think let's just check in with everyone else. I'm going to come back to it. Colleen, any comments with it? You're often in the Raleigh area, but...
Yeah, I don't visit Durham too often. It's just not in where I generally hang. I go there once in a while. I've seen many things come up at DPAC that I wish I could have gotten to, because they do just have such a wonderful array of programs that they bring in there, and talent and the big talent and the plays they have. I mean, I would just love to get in there. Be able to get there one of these days and see some of that stuff that they do have. But other than that, I haven't really familiarized myself too much with Durham. I'm more of a Raleigh girl.
Durham Bulls. I mean, want to go to an old-time field ballpark and have a hot dog and take the kids. We just have to mention it. And then the area attached to it. Beverly, what is that wonderful little shops and stuff over there? I'm drawing a blank on them.
As far as the shop, South Point?
Is that the one that's kind of close to Durham Bulls over there?
Oh, no, the American Tobacco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the American Tobacco District. Oh, yeah, that's phenomenal.
American Tobacco.
Yes.
Yeah. That was really great, too. Martin and I were there for Google. Yep. The one time they had Google there. It was a really awesome place.
And this is just a wonderful place to walk around. Oh, there's a picture I took from Google Glass. Good.
There you go. And Colleen, I wanted to tell you, I got a chance to see Jersey Boys. It was a ticket that someone had and said, "Hey, you want to go?" And I thought, not really, but but I did.
Yeah.
And it was the most fascinating show that I ever saw, and I became a fan of Frankie Valli 50 years later.
Yeah, I saw that one come through too, and I thought, oh, that would be a good one. And I get so busy, and it's just making the time and getting the ticket. But yeah, they have so many good ones there.
It was a great show. It was a great show. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you.
Durham. What is the baseball field?
Durham Bulls baseball park?
You had it close, Martin. You're just a little backwards.
Quite dyslexic. Durham Bull. There we go.
Now, Bull Durham was, after the Durham Bulls. That movie with
Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner.
That's right. So this is another must go to. This is I definitely want to say. Munna, I would want to take him to see an American baseball, and this to me would be a wonderful piece of American culture for him to see. Would be fun. And then I'm going to come back. I think we have some other comments in the text. And then let's see, Blue Seafood. We've got Primal, Old Haven, Sandwich Shop, Washington Duke Inn, Harvest 18, Tobacco Roadhouse, excellent. And then
Tobacco Roadhouse is awesome.
Tobacco Roadhouse, and then Cuban Revolution. I mean, we can't. You know what we'll do is after the show, let's make a big list together. Okay, go make a list. Any others you want to mention?
Yeah, so I think Tobacco Roadhouse is great for Washington. Again, a lot of times people will go there for the patio, and the patio is just expansive. They have heating, fans, they have partitions, so you can do large groups or private groups or what have you. But the patio overlooks the the Durham Bulls ballpark, so you can watch the game, chill out with a beverage, order some food, what have you. It's really a great location.
Outstanding, outstanding. And what I'm going to do is at the end, we'll take that Google document that we've built. Please add on places to go to, and then we'll figure out how to attach it, okay? So we'll go. Now we need to, Beverly, I know we can't get everything in Durham, but for time we got to give Chapel Hill a chance. And my Chapel Hill rep couldn't make it, so we're going to have to do our best. But there's a lot of wonderful stuff in Chapel Hill. So if anyone would direct me to Chapel Hill is our next journey to take.
Well, I'll start out and say any place on Franklin Street. That Franklin Street is kind of the hangout. It's more of a college environment. This is the difference between Chapel Hill, Durham, and Raleigh. Chapel Hill really is a college town because of the University of North Carolina. And even though Durham has Duke and NCCU, it's more of it's not really a college town. Duke does not take over the town. The students don't take over the town. But with Carolina, it is the students who really bring out that town. So I would say Franklin Street, just starting out on Franklin Street, and then right in that area, and Hadassah, maybe you can talk about it if you've ever been there, is Mama Dip's restaurant, which is nationally known.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get back. I'm on Franklin, so Hadassah, if you want to add something, let's see, Franklin Street. You go downtown. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, let's get on the street, folk. Here, let's take a tour from the street. Yes, we are. There we go. We're on Franklin Street right here. Look how beautiful the streets are. Yep, Franklin Street. So,
I don't see anything, Martin.
Okay, well, I'm on my own journey. Hang on a second. You got to correct me. So there we go. Do you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we're traveling. Am I going the right direction or wrong direction here? But just all the trees and stuff. I'm on East Franklin. A lot of old homes. So this is definitely, just to get a sense of it all. And then I just thought Moorhead Planetarium. Oh my goodness, I got to see Pink Floyd played there with a laser show at the Moorhead Planetarium. That's another place. So let's go back and come back and look at your views on food there. Your views on food.
And I personally, I work at Carolina Inn, so I would recommend the food.
All right.
I would highly recommend the food. Our food is fantastic. We do a fantastic job there. And Chef Clark is great, and we do a lot of sourcing local, especially local fish right off the coast. And they like to specialize in some of the species that you don't hear a lot about all the time. So you get a different experience, and people, have a chance to broaden the horizon. So I think that's fantastic. Um, Mama Dips is a local institution. Cook's Corner. Oh my gosh, Cook's Corner. I think anyone who comes to Chapel Hill has to visit Cook's Corner at least once. um, they do some fantastic things there. Bill Smith with the food and drink. Some of the beverages. Last time I was there, I had it was like the honeysuckle nectar with honeysuckle vodka from Cat Daddy's, and it had they made their own house-made syrup. They go orange blossom syrup to go in it. It was fantastic. They also had the blue fish, which was in season at the time. So I mean, you're going to get some great stuff. Al's Burger Shack. Have to get my Al's. The burgers are an institution. That's something for vegans, vegetarians, gluten-free. Mediterranean deli. You want to stop by Mediterranean deli. Rosewater iced tea. That is by itself is worth the visit. So Chapel Hill has some really great options for people with alternative diets, different needs. Pretty much a Weaver Street Market. You want to get by Weaver Street Market, yeah. So it's good. That has something. Chapel Hill has something for everyone as well.
And the other thing is music. They've got a lot of fun music going on there. Weaver Street Market is a kind of a health food store that's been around a long time, and a lot of fun areas to walk around. Definitely something to see if you go there. I think that's wonderful. Excellent. Colleen, you want to add anything? I know you're a Raleigh gal most of the time. You're pretty much working at Raleigh. So, but Chapel Hill, anything you want to add?
Well, they have Meadowmont Village out there too, which is a combination of condos, townhomes, and restaurants, shopping, little shopping area there and things like that. And that has grown. I worked out in Chapel Hill years ago when I first came to Raleigh, and I have gone by it recently and saw that it has really expanded. And they have a center there that you can hold conferences in. The name of it is not coming right to me. It's right over in the Meadowmont area, though, and that's a very, very nice little area. It's a walking plaza, that you would basically park in, and it's like an interior walking area of a plaza. So it's a real cute little place right on the border there of Chapel Hill, Durham.
Excellent. Beverly, anything else? There's so much. I know we're going to miss it. We'll build our list and get other people to contribute, but anything else you want to add? Then I thought I'd go to RTP a minute and talk about it.
Well, I'm going to just take you a little bit past Chapel Hill just for a minute.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Let's go to the Carborough Farmers Market.
Oh, absolutely. And let me get there. Give me a second. We'll go Carborough's Farmer Market.
Yes. Now, this is how much this has grown. I used to work at the local radio station in Carborough.
Oh, I know.
That's right. Yeah, you remember that, right? Because you were a guest. You were a guest on the show. Well, at that time, it was just this little, I don't know, maybe 20 farmers or 20 people. It was just very small. Well, I went back to visit Robin Thomas, who lives in Carborough, and happened to go past the Carborough Farmers Market, and I said, oh my God, is this the Farmers Market? It is just, it's not as big as Raleigh's Farmers Market.
Right.
But the scenery and just the environment is just so lively, and I really enjoyed it, and the vegetables were just awesome. So you got to go there because that is a great place to hang out. And if after you leave the farmers market, go over to the Carborough Arts Center.
Oh yeah, we have so many talented artists. It just and then of course we have the Raleigh Art Museum too. But go ahead, tell a little bit about this, the Carborough Arts Center.
This is probably one of the most earthy. These are the people that you wouldn't really see on any other kind of stage. They're the, I don't know how you would describe them, but they're not eccentric, but they're just people that, I mean, they're just really into the culture of North Carolina. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
And so you get to see the artists and their paintings, and they even put up a lot of the paintings from young people, young artists. I'm talking about 16 and under. So they give you, and they have all these classes that you can take, the pottery, the sculpting, and then they've got the plays, they've got the artists who come to town, the rock bands, the folk bands. And so they just got a lot of things culminated under one roof. And let me tell you something, that art center has also been revitalized, because it was just really a dump, just not even 10 years ago. And they've really, really done a wonderful revitalization of that area.
That's outstanding. And then we have places like Pittsburgh, we won't have time to mention. Harry has all types of things. I mean, literally, in about the time it takes to drive to get groceries in Washington, D.C., you can see almost every place in this area.
That's true.
I want to mention RTP and Research Triangle Park, and they are really building that up to be. That was more like the IBM, SAS, all those things were all there, but they're trying to really build up the incubator quality of it, and one is the Frontier. It's a free place for entrepreneurs go. This is a place I definitely want to take Munna, because he is a computer science major, and this is where you can just go, sit down, work for a while, meet a lot of just brilliant young people at all ages, and they're building businesses, and they've created these as a free workspace along with very affordable incubator offices you can rent. So this is another thing we have going on here, is this whole idea of being able to businesses and sharp minds and the universities all together. We're all of this here is part of the wonderful culture we have in North Carolina. We have food, we have music, we have events, and we have about 3 minutes left. So I'd like to go around and our newer, let's see. Oh, we got some more listed. Hold on. Also, lanterns, Capos, is that right? One restaurant, yes, Carolina Performing Arts, and then the Moorhead, a bunch of them. So we'll start with you if you'd like to closing comments. I'm going to type it first. Okay. No. Great. So would you begin in closing comments? And then we'll go through them each one. And I'm going to just apologize in advance. We barely scratched the surface in this wonderful area.
I would say that the Triangle is a wonderful place for anyone who's interested in food, entertainment, and there's something that suits every interest, every background, every lifestyle. It's a very open place, very welcoming and hospitable. So I can see why we're starting to get more national attention now as one of the best foodie places, as an actual destination for food and drink. So I always ask people, what do you feel like? What do you want? Just let me know, and we'll find a place for you. So it's really a great place to be right now.
Excellent, and you're a very good resource in gluten-free foods. Free. You seem to know a lot about gluten-free, which is excellent. Excellent. Colleen, closing comments, and then we'll wrap this up. This has been so fun to pretend I'm taking someone from Bangladesh from the first show and touring the area. And I apologize for the breweries, but he had to see them anyway.
Oh, yeah. Well, I really appreciated when I moved down here and started getting to know the people, how talented what a talented group of people live in this area, and talents in all areas. There's so many privately owned restaurants, and when I go other places now, I don't ever even want to look at a chain restaurant. It's like, no, tell me where the private-owned restaurants are. I don't want to be bothered with the chain restaurants anymore. Their food is just horrible. Unless you get to the high-level ones. Their food's just horrible compared to the local restaurants. And so I'm always seeking out the local restaurants. Now I'm kind of spoiled from being down here because there's so many here, and that doesn't work that way in all areas of the country. Between the talented people and the wonderful restaurants and the artistic values of the people down here, my favorite spot to go is the Art Museum, Raleigh, North Carolina Art Museum. I love going up there when they have the special exhibits, and even when they don't, they've added to it. It's so huge. So I just really appreciate this entire area and all the talent and wonderful people in it, for sure.
Excellent. Beverly, over to you.
Well, I'm just going to say I love the diversity of the three cities, because Durham, Raleigh, and Chapel Hill, even though they're really close, they are so different. And so if you are taking a trip from somewhere else, I would encourage you to go to all three cities and see the differences. They all have great things to offer, but they really are very, very different. And that's what I think makes the beauty of the Triangle so special.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. I'm going to close with just sharing a screen about the Google Local Guides, because that's what's driving this. I have volunteered to manage Triangle Local Guides, and we're people who love our local area. This is, and we're writing reviews of local businesses. So there'll be links on how to join that if you want to, and then if you Google in Community Triangle Local Guides, hopefully you'll join that. We have that. And then I really love for you to join me. I've reviewed over 616 places, most of them in North Carolina. And pretty much probably about 70% are local owned and operated businesses that I've reviewed. So I would love for you to join me in writing reviews this is on Google, and let's let the world know about our wonderful communities in our area and our wonderful local owned and operated businesses and our local beautiful places to go and so forth. So this is, to me, why I'm involved in this, but also I'm interested in the global connection that occurs. I believe barriers get broken down when we share cultural experiences, get eyeball to eyeball and say, I don't know about Bangladesh, tell me about your culture, and really start seeking what is the gift. We can find in the news the worst of the world all the time, but seeking out some of the wonderful gifts we all have to offer, and that's what it's all about. So thanks, folks. I'm going to sign off from here. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll get that, and let's add to that dialogue. So this will continue. I'm actually potentially going to see what's great about Israel next, of all things. There's some local guides there. I'm going to be touring the world back and forth between the U.S. and here, and you're my second show. So thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Martin.
Thank you. Had fun.
Bye,
Colleen.
everyone.
Bye, Hadassah.